Hi guys, it's been a while since I've made a VAS Tech video, mainly because, well, simply I just couldn't be bothered. But I've got round to doing it now, and I've actually got several videos ready to upload. But the thing is, I can't use my dad's big camera anymore. I have to use my phone camera. Just reasons, I'm not going to go through them. But today's a very special video because we're doing a build video. Yes, we're building the Taurus 1. It's a rocket me and my friend designed, and I'm in charge of construction for it, so it should be fun. If you want any news on the Orion, we've kind of scrapped it for now. We might come back to it, because this is actually the Orion's nose cone and parachute. We'll make new ones for it. But anyway, what are we doing today? Today, we are making a cool rocket which is powered by a D12 motor. And it will go up to 117 meters in the air, going at a speed of 42 meters a second, which is very nice. It's beautiful, and if it works, we'll have hit a good milestone. So we're going to start off things simply, and we're actually going to start by making the nose cone. I just need to rush off and get some glue, some plastics glue stuff for this, so just be back. I'm back. Right, so I've got poly cement, because I'm taking this nose cone, which, if you want to know how I make it, it's essentially a plastic champagne flute, painted black with the top cut off. So, we've got this, which is the top of the rocket here. This is actually an old poster tube, and this is one of the covers for it. I have enough parts to make a second rocket, and I may be doing a giveaway, so hold on to your hats. So what we're going to do to start off with is we're going to get some poly cement. Good stuff. There we go, there it is, saucy. And now we're going to, sorry about the Aussie accent, I like doing Aussie accents, we're going to cover the bottom of the rocket's nose cone in this stuff, which is called poly cement. Same stuff they use for Airfix kits, so it's basically any plastic can be glued with it, so it's actually quite cool stuff. Oh. Okay, we're going to do that, and then we're going to just lower it down and make sure. Oh god, it stinks. You can't obviously smell it because we're not Panasonic and we can't do smell-o-vision. There we go. Okay, so we're going to let this little nose cone dry off to the side, and we're going to go on to the next thing, which I believe is making the thrust rings. I hate doing this, mainly for, I'm actually going to put the lid back on this, so. Right, I hate doing the thrust rings because it's that finicky, but we're going to do it, we have to do it. There's a piece of wood in here from earlier. What we're going to do is we're going to get, this is just blue paper. I chose it's blue because it's nice colour, and you're wondering, paper for motor mounts. Well, actually it works surprisingly well because we cover it in masking tape and then put it through these rings here. They're pretty big, so good days. So we're going to get this. I'm going to cut it like so. Sorry for my lack of talking. I might not talk as much in this because I'm trying to concentrate on making a rocket. It's finicky. And if this works, it'll be our first launch we've done where we're not freezing our fingers off, because every launch we've done, well, the two launches we've done, we've actually ended up getting so cold that we've stopped. And if you want to see, if you've watched any of the launch videos, you'll notice I'm always wearing a big coat and a big hat. It's because the nanite we launched was in, if I remember rightly, February. And it was surprisingly cold for February. It was a very, very cold February, actually. And where's my masking tape? There's my masking tape. And we actually gave up with the nanite. We launched it 3 times, and on the 3rd time we lost the rocket, because you've seen the rocket video, hope. And we lost the rocket afterwards, mainly because, well, we're idiots, and, you know, we forgot to check the fins after every launch, so it kind of blew up. Well, it didn't blow up, it ended up crashing somewhere in the Marbury Forest, and we never found it, and it's probably destroyed now, because there's a very big storm that hit us afterwards, called Storm Taurus. Yeah, they're naming storms over here now, it's ridiculous. Oh, this is slightly too small. Give me a sec. There we go, right. We're also going to get the 2nd thrust ring, and now we've got this. We're going to pull this all the way through here, and there we go, like that, see? I'm going to get my strip of masking tape, I'm going to tear another bit off, and we're going to get some of this. We're going to put the masking tape on the seam of the tube here, so like that, see? Once you've done that, you want to check, see if there's any other loose flaps of paper coming off the tube, because these can actually get caught and the rocket will, the motor will slide out of the mount, and this is usually bad. It's relatively funny, because if you look on YouTube for stuff like that, it's funny to watch. Anyway, is that done yet? Well, if you look, the nose cone is done now, and if you look now, we've got a nice little cap on the bottom where we can slot it into the tube. So if you look, and it's not dry. Give me a sec. Oh, hi. Right, so once you've got the thing there, sorry, I had to pause the video, my mum was in, she was doing stuff. Once you've done that, you want to find, like I was saying, all the other flaps of paper and kind of strap them all down with bits of masking tape. Masking tape is surprisingly strong, and we like using it. So once you've got this, you should look at a nice tube. It should, if you look along that line, it should be straight. I've got a slight bit of buckling there due to my dodgy skills. But once we've got that, see there, and we roll this down, yeah, we literally slather it in masking tape to keep the whole seal on. And if you look now, we've got this covered like that. See, it looks a bit messy, but no one sees the tube. The tube's in the rocket. The only time anybody's ever seen the tube after a launch is when I took the old skyrocket apart. So people wait for air cadets, so I could teach about how the rockets work and how you make them. So there you go. Got a tube. Nice. Is that dry yet? No. The nose cone is still drying, so I just knocked the bottom off, and I had to do it again. So fun time. So we get the ring here, and you get my PVA glue mix, which is a little bit of water and a lot of glue. Paintbrush. I don't know if I'll ever use this paintbrush again for anything else, so. See, glue. What you want to do is you want to cover the inside of the motor mount ring in PVA glue. You want to make sure it's not running off. Like, you just want to put enough on to hold the ring in. Once you've done this, you get the... Oh, no, stop it. You get the tube, you thread it through, and you leave it there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it flush with the bottom so it looks neat. Or slightly flush. I'm actually going to leave it a bit up, like that. And if you look, the motor mount tube is slightly wonky, so I'm going to do that there. And I'm also going to... Stay there. Oh, the tube's a little bit small, I think. Let's get some more PVA glue. Cover the motor mount tube in the stuff. And dry there. I'm actually going to stick my finger inside here and spread it out so it glues to the tube. There, we're going to leave that drying. If you look, it's slowly actually have an idea. Hey, thank God for ethics trays. There's a nice sized hole that I can just line it up. So we'll leave that drying for a bit. We're going to move my PVA glue out of the way. And we're going to get the plans here. So If you've noticed, one part of the software I have, you can print off things like this, which allow you to help make the rocket nice. So we're going to get a pair of scissors. We're going to cut the fin marking guide, as it's called, out from the set, like so. We're going to cut this, and we're going to cut this. Like, I don't know if you can see. Sorry, I'm not used to filming and making at the same time, so this is a first for everybody. Oh, that's slightly dodgy. Oh, no, stop. There we go. Okay, now we want to get and just cut this off like so, and just like pull the last bit off like that. Look, I got the guide. So what you do is you get the tube, and wait, which bit's the motor mount go in? Motor mount can go in this side, it's more clean. So we will get this like so, and we can have a look on the outside and see where the fins are to make sure they'll be in a line. Okay, so the kit's slightly dodgy, we're going to have to do it ourselves. Does that fit in there? Yes, it does. So what we're going to do is draw the outline on a piece of paper. No, we're not. I'm going to get a pencil. You can still hear me because I'm still in the kitchen. I'm just trying to find a pen that works. This one works. So what we're going to do is we're going to, if you look here, we're going to get a pen and we're going to mark a point that is perfectly perpendicular, and perfectly parallel to the rocket. So we're going to do this. There we go, like that. So if you look there, we've got a mark just there, and the mark there. And now we're going to make sure it's, the rest you can do on eye, because you might want to check your guide if you're making it from scratch at home. But generally it's a good practice to do to mark on the tube where the fins are going to go. So if anything goes pear-shaped, you can see where everything is. I'm also going to mark the launch lug on, which is where the rocket actually attaches to the launch rod on the pad, so it goes up the pad like this. So I'm going to find point. That's nice. I'm going to mark it there. Oh, my phone's ringing. Give me a sec. Sorry about that, my phone rang and I just had to answer it because my mum's upstairs. But, right, you got your tube. Now you get your fins. This is where things will usually go wrong if they're going to go wrong. So I've got my top of PVA glue. We're going to get some glue and we're going to actually cover the side of the rocket's fin in PVA glue, like so. We're also going to put a line of it on the actual rocket. So we've got a marker like that. Once you've done that, you get the fin and you line it up and bolt it on, like so. Well, not bolt it on, you glue it on, but you get what I mean. So you hold that in place for probably about 30 seconds. While I'm doing that, I can talk to you about what this rocket's going to do. Well, what's special about this rocket is we're powering it with a motor that is the biggest motor we're legally allowed to own, which is a D12-7. Sorry if my eyes are a bit sideways because I'm looking at the screen, not the camera. Like I'm looking at the camera now, looking at screen, camera, screen, camera, screen. But because my camera's actually down there, so is that in place? Oh no. Just have to hold it there for a bit longer. I'm actually going to get some more PVA glue and glue down the side. That's it. Just move that in place there. We're also going to put a line on this side because the extra glue acts as a support. I know you used PVA glue for the rockets before. We usually use a glue gun, but I don't have a glue gun. And usually we build these in school. And obviously it's the summer holidays, yippee! Which means we can't go to school. Which is good and bad at the same time. Do I have another ring? I can show you. I have another ring somewhere. Oh, there it is. Is that going to hold? We actually make these on the laser cutter, that's how we get them so perfect. And we've done the fins on there as well. We've used it several times, and it's slightly annoying if you get the measurements wrong. I may be back, because I might have to fix the glue. The glue's a little bit watery. Like, too watery. Might have to add some more in. Like, change the mix. There we go. So it's starting to take shape. I'm going to move that out of the camera view. There you go. I'm just going to move that down slightly. There we go. So we're going to go back to the motor ring. This should be starting to dry. Right. It's not. Which means this glue is a little bit rubbish. And I might need to redo the mount as well. Okay. I'm going to be back in a minute. I just need to make another tube. This one's too small, so I'll be back later. One thing I will point out is my PVA glue mix wasn't working, so I just found this. It's an all-purpose glue. I've used it before on several rockets. So I've had to redo the fin, which now is looking alright. Look at that, see? It's a little bit flimsy, but it's still drying, and I'm putting on more glue again. Do I need any more? Or is it just a bit wet still? It's a little bit still wet. I'll put a bit on, just because the fin is constantly moving and it needs to be as strong as possible. Let me just line that up. There we go. It's looking good, guys. Right, so I'm going to get back to business. What have I been doing? Well, oh no. Just get back in there, please. Please. There we go. Yeah, I've been making a new motor mount tube, because this old one was a bit grouchy, and I threw the other one away. It's getting there. It is improving. Kind of. Well, I've left a bit of glue residue. I'm sorry, this project is not going as I planned. But it's the first one I've made completely from scratch at home from the parts. And I have some ridiculous stuff to tell you later about this project. The stuff you would never believe about rockets. But I'm going to put you back in there. No, it's not going to work. I need to find somewhere to prop this up so it'll dry. There we go. That's good. Right, so what we're going to do. Well, what I've done during my break is I've put grease around this so it slots into the tube a bit better, and I've glued it again because it came off again. Oh jeez, guys, yeah. Oh, this is the cool bit there. This is the parachute. This is what we all want to see. This is the thing here. We all like parachutes. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab, I think my thing is zoomed in. No, it's not. Sorry, I was just messing with my camera. Okay, so we're going to get tube here. We're going to see if this screws in. I don't think it does, but it might. And if it does, it's good. We in? I don't know if we're in yet. Come on. Come on, get in, get in, get in. I think we're in. We are in. Yeah, we are. Let's twist it in. Oh, stop the parachute from getting stuck in there. Just there we go. Going to put a dot of glue on the bottom there. Just going to cover it in glue so that the is well and truly locked in place. So we're going to let that dry over here. Actually, I'm going to prop that up as well. I have a lot of stuff propped up on random bits of kitchenware, so it's quite a funny sight actually. I will shoot. There we go, my camera's been a bit weird. I'll show you actually if I just twist it round. We've got the rocket there drying, we've got the parachute, and then we've also got the motor mount propped up there, which I'll just put the camera back in the mount. There we go, hi. Right, where are we up to? So I've got the motor mount drying, right, so we might put the second fin on now in a sec. I'll just make sure this is all good and glued. Okay, yeah, this project is taking a lot longer than I wanted it to. It was meant to be done by now. But, yeah, unforeseen circumstances. Also, this is where stuff starts getting cool. This is the shock cord. This stuff is amazing. It's elastic and it's gold, which makes everything better. What we're going to do is we're going to glue it. It's quite an unorthodox tactic. I'm actually putting the thread into the glue bottle, like so. And then I'm actually slathering the end in glue. And then I'm putting it there. I'm going to masking tape it down as well, so it's doubly down. Once we've got this, there's the glue end. There's the glue end. There's the glue end. Like so. We're going to cover it in masking tape. So we've got a tab, like so, and then we're actually going to put more glue onto the end of this tab. And then we're going to put that in like so. Once that's dried, we'll put another layer of glue and masking tape on top to make sure the shock cord does not come out. That's very important, the shock cord doesn't come out during the launch. Oops. Just stay on. The fin does not want to stay on. It's just annoying. And let that dry. I'm going to put another fin on soon. There we go. Right, how's the motor mount doing? Well, it's going places. Give me a sec, guys. I'm going to see if we have a hairdryer. Disappointing, because it means I'm going to actually have to get some patience. It's not something I have. But I'll get back to you guys because I need to let everything dry, and I've done quite a bit of work off camera. I've added the launch lugs here, which are essentially just pieces of plastic glued onto the side, which the tube can go through. That guides the rocket up. Here I've got the shock cord as well mounted. We're using a lot of glue and masking tape because surface area. Besides from that, I haven't done much. I've added more glue onto this to make sure this stays still, and it's actually starting to dry, which is nice. But I think that's be all for now, and I will get back to you. Well, it seemed like a second view, but it's probably going to be half an hour for me. But yeah, I'll see you later. It's actually been nearly 2 hours, but I've done so much work off camera, it's unreal. I'll show you. Let me just move this. Okay, so what we've got done since you last saw was we have attached the nose cone to the shock cord, so that means the parachute whole assembly is done. So what we're going to do is we're going to stuff the parachute in, and we're going to put all the string and shock cord in, and we're going to just make sure this fits nicely. Drum roll, everybody, please. There we go, that's a nice fit. It's clean and smooth. Also, you'll notice all 4 fins are on. It's looking good, everybody. Launch lugs are on. We're nearly done. I need to go quickly, so I'm going to get this done quick. We're going to mount the motor mount and we're done. So this is the last part of it. I'm feeling slightly emotional. It's taken a long time to get here. Let me just find the 2 hardest bits. There we go. Just going to balance the rocket like this. And then we're going to get the motor mount tube. We're going to get the motor mount assembly even. Not tube anymore. And basically slather the rings in glue. Like so. I'm just going to get them in. Like so. Oops, bit too far in. Let's pull it down. There we go. I'm going to drop some glue in this ring here. We get the paintbrush, make sure this entire thing, oops, can't get out. There we go, we're going to have to keep it like this to let it dry. So, there we go guys, the rocket is finished. I thank you for sticking with the video, and I hope if you get the materials you are able to make a rocket quite like this. So keep tuned, subscribe, because you'll be able to see the launch video hopefully in the next fortnight. So thanks for watching, and I've been Luke. Bye.